You see, the thing about crypto that a lot of people really love is that it's completely decentralized, meaning that not one single person, one single organization, or one single government has complete control over it. And much like cryptocurrency, many crypto exchanges function the exact same way. They're completely decentralized, and one of these companies is Binance. It is a headquarterless business, doesn't have a headquarters, and it is decentralized. So the problem with this is when something goes wrong, like what happened recently when Binance experienced a number of outages when the market was crashing back in May of 2021, well, it gets to be very difficult to pursue legal action. In addition to this, Binance has a couple of clauses in their terms and services that every single user signs and agrees to, mindlessly when they download the app. And one of the clauses in this agreement makes it even more difficult to succeed in pursuing legal action. So today we're going to talk about everything going on with Binance. We're going to compare it to how the Robinhood issue happened earlier in 2021 as well, when they experienced outages with GameStop and AMC. And we're also going to talk about other issues going on with Binance right now with governments all across the world and what this means for us and what this means for people who use Binance in general. So if you enjoy this sort of content, well then please be sure to like the video, subscribe, and if you don't already have the public.com investing app, make sure to go ahead and follow me on that. You can buy stocks, sell stocks, and see exactly what I'm buying and selling in real time, as well as a full portfolio breakdown. Think of it like an investing app combined with social media. It is completely free to follow me. Use the code Michael when you sign up, and you'll get up to $50 in a free stock. But anyways, before we get into the specific details of the lawsuit, I want to quickly go over some background on Binance and some issues they've been experiencing recently in terms of getting banned by a number of governments across the world, getting banned by a number of banks, and go over some of the background. So first of all, right now, Binance is the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world in terms of daily trading volume. Right now, their 24-hour trade volume is at $12.39 billion compared to the second highest, which is at $3.85 billion, which is with Upbit. Coinbase is one of the ones that many people know and many people think is the go-to platform for crypto, but Coinbase Pro, 24-hour trade volume is at $1.79 billion. Binance has more cryptocurrencies available to be traded than many other platforms, and it has the highest in terms of 24-hour volume. But while it is the biggest in terms of 24-hour volume, they have been experiencing a lot of issues recently, despite, aside from the lawsuit that has recently been brought up. So right now, Binance has been banned from Ontario. They had to pull out of Ontario because not having the proper licenses. In addition to this, UK regulators banned Binance as well. They said that from June 30th, 2021 onwards, Binance had to include a statement on their website that said basically that they're not regulated to do business, that they're not permitted to do any regulated activities in the UK. They were still able to operate, but basically they had to tell all their people, all of their users, that they're not regulated, they're not allowed to do business there. In addition to the UK and Ontario, Binance has also received a couple of criminal complaints from Thailand, the Cayman Islands, and Japan. The Cayman Islands, I'm thinking, who cares? The Cayman Islands doesn't care about anything. They are right now ranked the top in terms of money hideouts, in terms of countries that are money hideouts in the entire world. According to the Tax Justice Network's Financial Secrecy Index, the Cayman Islands ranks first. When you think of the Cayman Islands, you think, oh, they don't care about what people do with their money. People, when they want to hide money, when they want to do something illegally, they go there. That's what the first thing comes to many people's minds. But even them, they are saying that Binance is not regulated, not licensed, and not registered to do business there as well. So we're starting to see a lot of different governments all across the world ban Binance. In addition to governments, we have seen TSB Bank ban their customers from sending money from their bank account to Binance. We saw Barclays, which has over 20 million users, block their customers from sending money to Binance as well. And even we've seen Santander Bank, along with a number of other banks as well. So right now, we're seeing countries around the world ban Binance. We are seeing banks all around the world ban Binance. And they're experiencing a lot of issues despite everything going on with this lawsuit. So right now, we just got reports that there's a lot developing with a potential lawsuit against Binance. And what's going on is that there are a group of about 700 users in France that are searching for legal recourse to recover their funds from all of the madness that happened back in May. When the market crashed in May, Binance had a number of outages on their platform where people couldn't make trades, and this caused people to lose a lot of money. So there are about 700 people in France who have gone to a lawyer and are trying to sue Binance. In addition to what's going on in France, there are more users petitioning Binance on the same issue in Italy as well. So this is very similar, if you want to think about it, to what happened with Robinhood back in January and February of 2021, when Robinhood had all of the issues with AMC and GameStop where people weren't able to make trades. This was a headline in the news across the US for months. Everything going on with Robinhood, how they didn't handle the situation right, and that was just something going on with the platform. So Binance had very similar issues to that in terms of having outages when the market was moving the most. When people really wanted to use the platform, there was just a large influx of users trying to do all the same activities at the same time, trying to buy and sell, and the platform wasn't able to handle it, causing it to essentially crash and had a couple of different outages. So that's what's going on with Binance. There are a number of people trying to sue them, and with what they're trying to do is that, according to Italy and according to the one law firm that is suing Binance, they said that there were outages on the platform on various days on April 18th, May 5th, May 19th, May 28th, and June 4th, and even February 8th. There were issues and outages on the platform that prevented people from buying or selling, and it resulted in them losing, a lot of money, billions of dollars across all of the different users. So that's what they're suing specifically for. But let's talk about what's going on with Binance and why it's actually very difficult to sue them. So when we start to look at Binance, we start to dig a little deeper. I looked at their terms of services, and in their terms of services, it's like tens and tens of pages long. But there's a specific statement in here, and it says that Binance is a headquarterless business, meaning that if you want to serve them paperwork, or you want to serve them forms from a lawyer, it's not so easy to do. You can't just go ahead, walk up to a headquarters. You can't just go ahead, send it to a specific address. It's not that easy. The law firm in France has already sent paperwork to 11 different Binance addresses, but really nothing has come out of that just yet. In addition to this, for every single user who has signed up for Binance's platform, they have agreed to the terms and services. And in these terms and services, there's a specific clause in there that prevents you from going to a judge, going to a jury, or being heard at a trial. And that is called the agreement to arbitrate in governing law. This is a clause specifically in the terms of services. It's like dozens of pages long. And essentially what an arbitration is, when you are agreeing to arbitrate, an arbitration is a private process where disputing parties agree that one or several individuals can make a decision about the dispute after receiving evidence and hearing both sides of the argument. This is essentially more of an informal process where it's like you sit down, both sides talk about it. There is the arbitrator essentially has the authority to make a decision about the dispute. This is different from mediation, where mediators do not, but the arbitrator can make a decision on the spot about what they think, and then that's it. You can't go ahead, you can't appeal the decision. The decision is basically final. And the thing about this, the thing that makes it a little more difficult is with an arbitration, there are a couple of disadvantages to it. One disadvantage is that in this case, the arbitrator and arbitration process is going to take place at the Hong Kong International Arbitration Center. According to Binance's terms of services, you agree that the arbitration will be administered by the Hong Kong International Arbitration Center. And even though, according to the Hong Kong International Arbitration Center's website, it says that they are a private organization that is not part of any single government, they still are based in China. They're based in Hong Kong, and the thing to keep in mind with that is that the Chinese government doesn't like crypto. Whatever we're talking about with related to crypto, they've banned cryptocurrency trading activities, they've banned crypto mining, so having that government have any sort of oversight to the Hong Kong International Arbitration Center is going to make it even more difficult for someone to actually succeed. And lastly, another disadvantage with an arbitration is that what I said before, it can't be appealed. If a decision is made by the arbitrator and you say, like, whatever it is, it's final. That's it. And that makes it more difficult because in a court hearing, if you don't get the decision you want, you don't like the outcome, well, you could always appeal it, take it to a higher court, But the problem with an arbitration is the decision is final and it's like, that's it. So right now they've been experiencing a lot of issues because, first of all, Binance is decentralized. It's not like Binance is decentralized. Also, there's no like headquarters for the business, so you can't just go ahead, serve them paperwork, serve them a lawsuit. That's been an issue. And also another issue is that every single person who has signed up for Binance has agreed to this arbitration clause, which basically means you can't sue them. You just go ahead, discuss what's going on, because it's not a lawsuit. Lawsuits, when you go to court, you have a trial. You can't do that with Binance. You can go to an arbitrator and talk about what you think is wrong, what happened, and then Binance can say what they think, but that's different than a lawsuit. So basically, Binance can't be sued in the sense that going to a trial, going to a court hearing, that's not what's going to happen, because every single user has agreed to an arbitrator. So yes, you could still win. People can still win if they sue Binance with this arbitration agreement. It's just a different process than a lawsuit in the sense that there's no judge, there's no jury. You can't go about appealing the process. You basically go, you sit down with, it's two parties sitting down, talking with an arbitrator that makes a decision, and then that's that.